Morning. It's the
Morning.
6th of April 2022. Well, just down about half a mile from my house. Somebody.
On Reservoir Path?
Yeah, on Reservoir Path. Been asked to do a video on this. Well, Johnny's been asked actually at the job by a local resident who
He's a bit disgruntled, he is.
Yeah, and I am. Let me just show you this. What we actually sat on is it's an absolutely, well, it were a beautiful tree. Look at the size of that.
Over 100 year old, that.
Well, over 100 year old. I'm just going to show you a bit, isn't it? I mean, if you look at that, there, it's in perfect condition. And you can see 4 houses at the top of this field. One at residence in them 4 houses. Has asked farmer to cut it down. And
Tell him why though, dear.
let me get to that, John. I'm spoiling my fun. I'm spoiling my fun. Yeah.
Alright.
He's asked him to cut it down, and I've spoke to a resident who was just on the 5th house not half an hour ago, and he said, well, the man who's reported this to us to do a video said they've had it cut down because there were tawny owls there hooting away January, February time, and I did hear them saying, to be honest, John, up there.
It's a pleasant noise, isn't it?
Well, let me just tell you something. If you buy an house there, or get an house there, them houses have been built about 70 years. Trees were there when they built them houses, so why would you move into an house with a tree at bottom of a garden if you didn't want it there? You just wouldn't buy a house, would you? Anyway, further to that, another local resident told me there used to be an hole in this tree where tawny owl used to nest. And one of them people in them 4 houses, I don't know which one, he climbed up, put a fucking plank over the hole so they couldn't get in.
So they couldn't nest.
So they couldn't nest. Can you believe that?
But they blatantly cut it down and there was nothing wrong with it. And this is what farmers do.
Yeah, that's it.
They think, because they think they own country.
And they look after it.
They're supposed to look after it, but there was nothing wrong with this tree.
Well, to be honest,
Got a
John,
bit of rot in the middle, but that's no.
people are now saying that you are dying. And look, if you look at this here, the old chainsaw men have been at it, taking the logs, but if you look up there, there's a bit of a hole, yeah, but look how thick that is. There's 9 inches round. It might have been, what trees do, let me tell them about trees, John. What trees do, they don't live forever, like nobody lives forever.
We rot from inside.
We rot from inside, and so do trees. But I can mark my words, John, that this tree, because it would have been about 40, 50 foot up with a fine root on it. It's an ash tree, by the way, John. And this tree would have still been standing
in another 100 years.
In another 100 years. That's how confident I am. And in the event it didn't and it fell over, there's an 80% chance it'll fall in field, a 20% chance it'll fall in one of them 4 gardens. And if I had my wish, it'd have fell on the person who wanted it cut down, fell straight up on his roof and squashed him to fucking death. That would have been an ideal ending, an happy ending.
Hold your heads in shame. The people what cut it down, hold your heads in shame.
And the people asked for it to be cut down.
Yes, because all you've done, you've moved the owls somewhere else.
100 years of history gone in a fucking swoop.
Just because you don't like to hear a howl hooting.